Okay, I think I'm live now. Sometimes introductions are kicked in the rhyme. My philosophy is rhyme, brother, rhyme. Sometimes I can't breathe, but my brain is straight. And I want you to know I never hesitate. I levitate, love to debate, I'm more than great. What I have for you is lyrics on my plate. Yes, sir, I'm lifting more than weights. I'm lifting up the world because you know I'm great. My bars, they are exponential. Don't you understand? I'm nice on instrumentals. Yo, I want you to just see. I study all the secrets of this society. They lie to thee, but not to me. Now we can grow and expand consciousness together. See, that's the energy from the Sagittarius new moon. And you know, in the winter, things will bloom. Tomorrow is the solstice of the times. Capricorn season, of course, I will rhyme. I'm a Cap Moon, that's the topic of tonight. Of course, I'm gonna give you more than a rhyme fight. Lyrically, it's tight. Can't you just see? Capricorn the goat, the sun sign thee. 21st of January 20. Understand Capricorn is the hero of the zodiac, the discipline and introspection, the structure organization for perfection, fine tuning, never just glooming. Don't you understand? Capricorns like spooning. Work hard, and then play. When they play hard, you really can't stay or keep up with them because they go kind of wild. Capricorn season, you know, it's ooh child. What are you building? What is your legacy? The reputation of organization for you see. Tonight, I'm going to get you straight. My holiday sale is rocking. From the 18th to the 1st. Best on earth. Moon tracking 160 on the turf. The birth chart 90 minutes via Zoom. $200. That's a big boom. Explosion. The world is just eroding. I'm decoding. Don't you know I'm like Yoda in the fact that I can see what's happening. Forget the gun clapping in. Many are just napping in. Get your third eye on a different level beyond high. Really, I want you to know I'm an intelligent guy trying to speak the truth to the women and the men. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce my friend, E Astrology. What's the deal? Oh my gosh. Episode 409. I'm trying to get to 411 before the new year. I think I could do that. I could do, maybe one before Christmas, early next week. Wifey's coming home tonight, my oldest son. I can't wait. And maybe one before the new year. Stars and Cars Lounge will be live next Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern on December 28th. Me, myself, I may do next week. I got some podcast guests lined up for January. Brandon Ellis, Joy Baker. Maybe the end of January, Ami Diaz. I have a new lady, Tarika. She's a homesteader and a spiritual healer. She's no joke. I mean, Lloyd Strayhorn's coming on. Are you ready for 2026? You thought I gave you a lot in 2025 with the podcast? I got some plans for 2026, man. Ooh, I got some plans. The book is almost done. My movie's almost out. Interdimensional, and it's with NDE stories and spiritual transformative experiences. Starting my Rising Sign Insights and Predictions for 2026 series. I'll be releasing it tonight after the podcast. How you guys doing? I'm going to be releasing Aries Rising. And probably, I don't get to Taurus tomorrow. Monday, I'll give you Taurus and Gemini. So a lot's popping off. I'm doing chart readings. I'm working this Christmas week. I won't stop until Christmas Eve afternoon. And then I'll be off. I'm gonna take some time off. After I got finished up my charts and my readings on Wednesday, and then I'm gonna chill for a couple days, and then we'll get back at it January 5th. The kids are home to the 5th, and I'm just excited. How you guys feeling? What's good in the hood? Yeah, we had an amazing tribe meeting. Listen. I don't know what you're doing, but you need to join our Knowledge is Love Tribe community. We just had our, oh my God, 14th tribe meeting, and hosted by Miss Portia Cooper from the Soul Card Studio. She is an astronumerologist, does cardology, and she was breaking down the energy of crypto and investing and really teaching us about crypto. And then based on our new personal numerology, how to invest for 2026. It was very impressive, a lot of fun, a lot of information. So for those who were there, you already know it was on and popping. The Commanders were up 10-7 over the Eagles. You guys want to give me an update, and I'll probably get off right before the Bears start tonight. But how you guys feeling? Hopefully you had a wonderful Sagittarius new moon. You want to share any insights and story? The winter solstice is tomorrow. Watch my Capricorn video, winter solstice video. That's on my YouTube channel already. Tonight we're talking about, I haven't done this in a while, but I just felt like it was necessary since I'm one day ahead of Capricorn season, that I'm going to talk about the Capricorn Sun and Moon. Okay. Haven't done this in years, but I thought it was important. I have a lot of Capricorn sun signs in my family, two of my cousins. My wife's aunt, who just passed away, she was January 1st. She would have been 81. She's was a Cap, but I know the Capricorn energy well. Two of my favorite cousins are Caps, and I'm a Capricorn moon. Okay, so let me see how you guys are doing, and let me know if you have a Cap, Sun, or Moon, what house you have it in. Remember, the holiday sale ends January 1st. The Sagittarius birth chart sale, if you want to get the custom video summary, because the holiday sale overrides that at 200, right? Compared to 206. But the custom video summary for Sag, that ends tonight at midnight at 305. It's really worth it, the mini movie of your life. And then the sale goes to January 1st. So you guys, the moon tracking, book it. Eric at BigEAstrology.com. It's $160. It's a great deal. And the birth chart for all 12 signs, $200 to January 1st. So give yourself a gift, or give it, a gift for somebody else. But, after Capricorn season, January 20th, and that sale is still going on after the first ends, right, to 206 and 305 for the custom video summary. I won't be doing any more birth chart seasonal sales. I'll be doing individual services like moon tracking, like the unconscious soul, like my audio birth chart sale, like, my past life and subconscious healing chart, that looks at Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, North and South Node, So there's a lot of different services on my site. You can go to BigEAstrology.com and look, figure out what you want to order, and then reach out to me. I can do PayPal as a friend, Zelle, Cash App, or even an invoice directly from Stripe. If you want to pay with your credit card, just let me know what you need. And also, I can help you rectify the chart. Only charge an extra $20. Some people have been asking me about that lately. Let me see who's here in the Chizzy and how we doing. Somebody give me the Eagles commander score. So on Fox. Hope you guys are doing well. Cephas, what's up, brother? I know you got some scores for me. We missed you at the tribe meeting, man. We're gonna send out the replay either tonight or tomorrow morning. Just been so busy, and I emailed it to wifey, and she's on the road. Hey, Quintella. Hey, Jennifer. How you guys feeling? Capricorn the goat. Yes, grand day. This is the cusp of prophecy, starting from the 19th, 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd. Sag, Capricorn cusp. These people are powerful. Okay? Very powerful. Hey, Becoming Chantel. How you feeling? That tribe meeting was no joke last night, okay? Hey, y'all. And do you guys know any Capricorn suns or moons? Let me know in the chat. You know me, I'm a Cap moon. I love that. Hey, sis. Chantel and Quintella. I do need that time off. Thank you for saying that. You know, you guys know how hard I work. Yes, it was a lot of information. It was very powerful and amazing. And she also sent the links. So we'll get that out to you, if not late tonight, tomorrow morning. She sent the links for the hard wallets and everything. I mean, and Portia will be coming on, if not the end of January, early February. January is going to be pretty packed. So I want to start Capricorn information in season early. So I decided to do that tonight. But when come January hits, you know, so I'll probably jump to Venus and Mars on Tuesday, and then Christmas week. You know, maybe just do one episode after Christmas. You know, for getting ready for the New Year, I'll probably do one episode. Maybe what is the Chris? No. What is the day? Maybe the 30th. Tuesday. I think it's Tuesday the 30th. I'll maybe do Jupiter, Saturn, and Cap. Okay. But do you guys know any Capricorn sun signs? Any Caps here? And Cap moons? And Quintella, I'm going to enjoy my holiday. I need to rest. And I'm going to have, I think we may repeat Thanksgiving with scallops, steak, and crab legs. Oh, we missed you, Cephas. It was good. It was good. Oh my God, January for the tribe meeting. Y'all don't. Oh, Sag favorite moon, new moon. Okay, so let me stop listening for a second. I want to just say, like, oh my God, if you guys saw, she came on twice on a podcast. Ami Diaz. She is a traditional Chinese medicine practitioner. She does qigong. Now she's a Taoist priestess. She just came back from China. She is an herbalist and an acupuncturist. She was the first person I got to see to help me because my main acupuncturist was kind of like out of town or whatever. So I saw me, and she's great. You know, after coma, and you know, did some needles and work on me, and she's so gifted. And it's Aeimee Diaz. If you want to watch the last two episodes she was on, she's been on twice. She's going to come on a podcast, but she's going to come to the tribe first. You guys, I hope you get ready. She's going to drop some stuff on us. And then she's also going to be, if you want to do it, you know, Alana and I are going to do it. We're going to do it. She'll probably come on the January 23rd tribe meeting, or February, what's that, Friday? February 6th, either one of those. We're trying to figure out her schedule, but we're going to do a liver cleanse, a 30-day liver cleanse. And this helps with the liver and the spleen. Yo, I'm telling you, we got to get ourselves right for 2026. So I was saying all that to say, Christmas is a Pisces moon. New Year's Day, and I guess a little bit of New Year's Eve too, is a Gemini moon. So I'm going to be, you'll be seeing my video. So check your rising sign with the insights and predictions for 2026. Look at your rising sign first. Then I would look at your sun, and if you want your moon. But I'm really focusing it on the ascendant, right? Because that sets up the houses and stuff. So Aries rising, stay tuned for yours. I'll be coming out, you know, later tonight. I already recorded it. And, you know, just, so what's up with the score, man? Cephas, you got to give me the score. Commanders, Eagles. I'm rooting for the Eagles. Commanders are done. And I don't want the Cowboys. I want the Eagles to win the division. I think there's no way the Cowboys can win it. I think they're eliminated. But, you know, there's tiebreakers and seeding and all this stuff. I mean, the Eagles are pretty much locked in the third seed. fourth seed is going to be either Tampa or Carolina, who wins the 2 of the last 3 games. But I hope you're doing well. The Sagittarius new moon was good, and hopefully you were journaling. I've been writing in my manifestation book. You know what I've been doing, you guys? I'm proud of myself. I've been doing the 369, and I've been doing it since November. So it's wow. I'm trying to think. We're up to the 20th. I've been doing it. I started the end of November. I've been doing it for over 3 weeks now, and I'm gonna just keep going. Focusing on one thing that I want to manifest. So maybe I'll do it through the new year, and we'll see. But I was saying about the Christmas, we had such a wonderful Thanksgiving, and wifey just, oof. Obviously we'll have our black-eyed peas and rice, black-eyed peas and collard greens on the new year. But I think for Christmas, it may be like the last time I really meet. I decided I'm not making any crazy declarations all of 2026, but I will do all of January. It's just me. I don't know how you guys are feeling. I'm just feeling with all the spiritual energy, my dreams, the split between the 3D and 5D. I want to feel a little bit lighter. I'm going to get more fruits and veggies, some more cashews and almonds, pistachios, but I'm just not going to do any meat. I feel like I've been eating too much meat lately. And I don't know, it is winter, so you want warmer things, but I'm gonna, even do like vegetable soup and different things like that. But I'm definitely taking a break from meat to start off 2026. That's what my body told me to do, and just to do that kind of fast and stuff. So, you can share in the chat what you feel you're gonna do. Now, remember the New Year's resolutions. We set that on March 21st. I promise you. Right? One of mine was, I'll tell you, one of mine was to get to get to the 400 episodes. And if you remember, episode 300, Lloyd Strayhorn was my guest. I think 400, I think it was me. I think I forgot what I did, but I'm up to 409, and I'm trying to at least finish the year at 411. I can easily do that in the next, it's the next 11 days. Are you all ready for Christmas? I've done all my Christmas shopping. I may get a couple little extra things for the kids, but got them some, different things. We're giving them gift cards for money for shopping. They're 12 and 16 and 26. They want to, buy their own gear. 26-year-old, he got new tires for his car, so he's straight. But we're just, hooking them up with different things. So, all right, so we're gonna get into Capricorns, the goat, the sun sign. I'll check in the chat in a minute. So leave your comments. Or maybe I should check and see if my boy Cephas hooked me up with the score, or anybody else. It's on Fox, the Eagles and Commanders. I just want like a little update of the Skizor. Do you want some more of the Mighty Thor? Any good movies out? What do you guys think about that new Avatar? It's about the fire, so he's connecting it with, he normally does Jupiter-Neptune conjunctions, but he's connecting it almost like with the Saturn, Neptune, and Aries. Something about burn to the ash. I don't know. I haven't been big into the avatars, but like the blue, greenish people is the copper colored people. If you know, you know. So, who's that? You knew Bill the Greatest? Share your big 3. Bill the Grievous. How you doing? Welcome to the podcast, Merrick Taylor. Your brother's the Capricorn Sun and Moon? Okay, take advantage. Tell him if he's in astrology, take advantage of the birth chart sale. 206 or 200 just to January 1st through the holiday sale. Capricorn Moon in the 9th house. Okay. Capricorn Moon in the 9th house for the Taurus rising. Okay. Oh, wow. Your brother's 9th house too. Cephas, you got a score for me? Dolly Parton. Michelle, you're talking about the Capricorns. Yeah. Tiger Woods. Yes. And Tiger Woo. And Sandy Koufax. Him and LeBron and Tiger Woods are born December 30th. I'm kind of tired of LeBron now, to be honest. Oh, your dad's a Cap Sun? Okay. Well, that's all right. People don't have to be into astrology, but the astrology affects us all. And just let your dad and anybody else know, you guys, right? People think that crystals are sin. We have crystals in our pineal gland in the third eye. We have crystals in our ear. So crystals are in the television, the smart TV, the phone, the lighters, the watches, especially the Rolex watches. So, God made these. There's no demon. God made the universe, made the planets. So astrology is in the Bible, the Torah, and the Quran, and in a lot of the ancient tablets, like the Emerald tablets, and different books. So, um, you know, Capricorns are. This is what's interesting. I find, there's certain signs. I don't know how you guys feel about this. Certain signs, the men and women could be similar, and certain signs, the men and women are completely different. And I find that more so in the earth signs. Very big difference, Virgo men and women. Very big difference, Gemini men and women. Similar though, more similar. Gemini's air, but I'm just saying Gemini came to my head. Taurus, there's a difference too. And Capricorn, I noticed a big difference. So, okay. Capricorns, like Taurus, they've got this smirk, this little hee. The way they laugh, it's very interesting. You feel like there's something behind their laugh, if you know what I mean. This is talking about Capricorn suns. And their mantra is work hard, then play hard, right? It's the final earth sign. It's a cardinal earth sign. It's a feminine cardinal earth sign. Now it's the sea goat climbing out of the oceans, climbing up the mountain of success. They're about their legacy, their discipline, their public image, their reputation, achievement, goals, structure, organization. It's ruled by Saturn, okay? And Capricorn is in its fall in Jupiter. And, the sun is and debilitated in the moon, okay? Sun and Saturn are kind of like, got a little beef, day chart, night chart, sect, which you'll be learning about in my astrology book. I hope you guys support me with my workbook. Oh, God, I feel like I've been talking about this for years. I have been talking about it for years. We've been working so hard. Wifey's coming home. It would have already been done if she didn't have to go away. I just have one more thing to write, about one more chart, but I've done all my stuff. Now we're just doing the table of contents, the glossary, put in my little astrological tricks and tips, my insights. This workbook's over 160 pages, and it's color. And my Pisces Mercury wife, she did all the designing, most of the editing, along with my mother-in-laws that helped edit, some other people, and it's going to be powerful. Okay. And of course, I'm not giving it all away. I'm not going to tell you the title yet, but we're going to do the digital one first. So if you buy the digital, you can, get a discount off the hard copy, but the digital will help us to be able to pay for the hard copies. Because, when you're paying for a color workbook, 160, 162, 100, whatever many pages, it's a lot of dinero, Lucy. It's crazy. Dios mío, I can't believe it. But it's co-written by Eric and Alana Taylor. I've been working, so she's been holding a lot of it down. Obviously, all the astrology is me, but the formatting and editing and writing and some of the other stuff, like Lana's made this happen. I am a better man because of my amazing wife, who's on her way. She said she had to stop and get some coffee, but she should be home. Over here, it's a little after 5 p.m. Mountain, so she should be home after between 7 and 8. So either between 9 and 10 p.m. Eastern. So I know she's going to be tired, and we got to help them unload and unpack. And my 26-year-old Virgo son is moving home. Now, peep this. Now, he's not into astrology, but he's a Gemini rising. He has no idea Uranus is coming on his ascendant. He's still very much, no shade at all, right? He's, Christian. We're a Christian family, but he's still very dogmatic. Sagittarius placements, caught up, he's a Gen Z. Pluto Sag, caught up in still in the Christian church and all that. And, not judging, I don't judge, but he can be a little judgmental. He's got the Virgo Sun, Moon, and Mercury in the 4th house. So he's introverted, but very intelligent, sometimes a little arrogant, but he's a great young man. And I'm so proud of him. And hopefully you saw last year for Black History Month, I did all my boys. This year I may do something different, but we're going to see. And it was good for Black History Month. All my guests were Indigenous American Indians, Black people. Okay. So, okay. Capricorns, they like to get their freak on. Do you know about Capricorns are kind of freaky. Okay. Especially that first deacon, that Cap deacon. Um, Cap Taurus, more fashionable. And that's going from like, I think the 2nd to the 10th, or the 1st to the 10th. And then to the 20th is the third deacon, Cap Virgo. They can be more of the health nuts, and they're more of the financial advisors, planners, and CEOs. They're like really about their business. Now, the Taurus ones too, they can get into like the corporate finance and banking and stuff like that. But Capricorns are about achievement, hardworking. They have a dark side, right? Chronos, Saturn, the ruler, right? The devil card or whatever. But Capricorn is about introspection. The solstice is about how am I going to build and look within. Remember, the feminine signs, earth and water, are introspective naturally. Fire and air, you guys are not naturally introspective. So you have to really think about, I've got to look within. So this is going to be important for Uranus and Gemini and Saturn, Neptune, and Aries, because Aries and Gemini are the fastest moving signs, and they're not normally introspective. So your Aries Gemini friends are going to be forced to slow down and be introspective. It's going to be quite an interesting journey for them. I'm kind of excited to see what Aries and Gemini people go through during these transits. Saturn to 2029, Neptune to 2039, and Uranus to 2034, because it will go into Cancer and then come back. And then, so it's 2034, not 2033. So that's going to be fascinating. One thing about Capricorns too, I don't care what job they work. I had a Capricorn friend who was a teacher. She was the first to submit her lesson plans. She was the classroom super clean. Like Capricorns, wherever they're at, they will not just initiate like Aries. Out of all the cardinal signs, Capricorn takes it to the finish line. So Aries initiates, Cancer initiates, but then can retreat. Aries doesn't follow through. Libra initiates with others. They don't like to do it alone. And then Capricorn is like Dolo. It's like me against the world. And they initiate and overachieve. They especially Cap risings, put a lot of pressure on themselves. So does the sun and the moon. Okay. I will tell you, I'm a Cap moon, so we're going to get to me, but I'm talking about Cap sun. But I'm tough on myself. I'll say that story for the Cap moon. Any other Capricorns, comment in the chat. Now, please take advantage of this holiday sale. It's a good one, from $189 to $160 for the moon tracking. And you receive not just the recording, and you learn about the moon affecting all the planets in your chart. You literally, life slows down for you guys. You become the Jedi. Remember the Jed, the Shushumanati, right? Connecting to the yoga and all that. It's like getting that inner light. Like when you learn about your moon, which is your emotional mind, your response, your reactions, your body, your health, your intuition, your mama, and the family you create, for a full month cycle, you'll know, oh, when the moon is in my 11th house in Virgo, maybe I should be like this. When the moon's in my 9th house in Sag, I should do like this. When moon's in Capricorn, the 9th house, I got to, do this. It's really powerful to learn how the moon is in your personal chart. You're literally a new person every 60 hours, which is 2.5 days. And that's something. So from $189 to $160, $29 is nice. But then the birth chart, and it could be a birth chart, a solar return chart, or a secondary progression. If you've already done a birth chart with me in solar return, hey, take advantage of the sale. Do a secondary progression. $200. I knocked off $50. That's not for me. That's for you. Because I need all the money I could get. I'm going to have four young men in my house, including me, my 26-year-old. Now, he'll be working. And yes, we're going to charge him a little bit of rent. Nothing to break him, because I want him to save money so he can build and get his own place. But obviously, electricity, this, that. I already pay for his cell phone and Netflix. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're a parent forever, okay? Even when they're grown and out of the house, you still got to look out and help them. I had to just get him some new tires. He bought himself an Audi. I bought him his first car, but he got the second car because his car got totaled. It was parked in Houston, and somebody just came and just hit his car. Well, they hit another car, and then it hit his car. So, but one thing I love about Capricorns, and I'm going to say this about the women, I find the Capricorn women so talkative, but they're hard to read. Like, they're hard to mac on. I remember when I was single and I was interested in this Capricorn girl, like I didn't really she was so verbal and talkative. I couldn't tell that she was feeling me. And I found out she was feeling me, but like we just missed each other. Like, you know what I mean? Like I didn't know because they're hard to read, you know what I mean? And they're very verbal and so smart. Like you just don't know. Like I had no clue. And then, so I'm just trying to remember if there's any other Capricorn ladies. I really don't remember all the women I've dated in a sense that like, since I've been with wifey, I kind of block it out. Like I really, of course I know, like I know I dated a bunch of air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I had a little Leo fetish for a while. The Gemini makes sense because that's my 8th house. So they're attracted to me. So Gemini women would definitely feel in your boy. And they're fun. I had some good Gemini girlfriends. But the Capricorn, I never was in a relationship with a Capricorn woman. I went on a few dates, but never in a serious relationship. So yeah, but the Capricorn women can be very like bossy, but then when they want to be, they can be very girly. And you get some alcohol in them, it's on and popping. Okay. I'm just saying. Let me check into the chat. I got some more nuggets on Capricorn. Because remember, it's ruled by Saturn. Cephas, where you at with the score for me, man? Come on, bro. So, Bill, the greatest, if you want to share your big 3, Sun, Moon, Rising. I know you told me the Cap, Sun, Moon with their brother. And any other new people, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and everybody hit the like button for me. And do me a favor, you guys, after the show is over, please come back and leave a little comment. I know Jackie Washington and Quintella always do it for me, but I really appreciate when everybody does that. It helps me. Don't forget super chats. I love those. Donations to the Cash App, $ BigEAstro. I do a lot for free. And I forget that Dolly Parton, Cephas, is Capricorn. And she's so generous. Do you guys know about all the generosity she does? She's incredible. Capricorns can cheat. Look at Tiger Woods. And obviously, you probably heard rumors about LeBron. 14-10 Eagles. Okay, yeah, Cowboys are out. Yeah. I hope the Eagles win. Thank you, Cephas. But Campbell, listen to the series. She says stuff weird. Capricorns can get depressed if they don't reach their goals too. Ooh, okay, 21-10 Eagles. Okay, they're doing hip hop. Thank you, Cephas. You're the best, bro. I love when you come to tribe meetings. You got to come. And you got to come to Coffee Talk. Yes, some religious groups do, yeah. Crystals are so important. Your green candle's burning. The winter solstice is tomorrow at 12:05 p.m. Eastern. That's when the sun goes into Capricorn. Yeah. Oh, you got your mom a crystal tree? Well, crystals are powerful, you guys. I've learned a lot about crystals over the years. And and remember, I always tell you guys in birth chart readings, and for those of you who haven't had one with me yet, your 12th house, that sign, get one or two of those crystals, and you could put it under the pillow or next to your hip and thigh, and it can help you to better access your dreams because it's connected to the bedroom and the 12th house. Okay. So that's really important. Another thing about Capricorns, remember I was telling you, if they don't achieve their goals, and this is very much for it's for all 3, the sun, the moon, and the rising, they can be extremely tough on themselves and they can get depressed. But I will tell you, my Capricorn cousins, no matter their, trials and tribulations and all they've been through, they always get good jobs. They are so smart. Capricorns, it's like they look at a maze and they're just like, Oh, okay. I go 3 rights, straight or circle and go left, and boom. Like they can figure things out so quickly. There's something about that Saturn brain. Now, Aquarius, they take it to a different level because of Uranus, the modern ruler, Saturn, Uranus. So they're disciplined, but then they like flip a different color switch on, right? They're like, I need my black light, my purple light, my red light, like they're we organized and then they go like foo foo foo, right? So but let me tell you, I'll kind of go back and forth, but I want to talk about the Cat Moon because I'm a Cat Moon. Capricorn moons, right? Your mother, there could have been challenges with the pregnancy a little bit. And obviously, so for me, because I'm a Scorpio rising, remember I tell you, I forgot what mom said. She didn't go preeclamptic. But, I remember as a little boy, they told me that my mom had to sleep on the sofa and I would sleep on her belly. I was like attached to her. But don't you know, my sister got breastfed. I wasn't breastfed. 1970, they were telling the mothers that breastfeeding is only for, poor people and this and that. And, use this new formula. It's high nutrition. It's better. So I didn't get breastfed. And I have a theory of what that does for a man. When you don't get breastfed as a baby, you're on the hunt your whole life. Dame leche. Dame leche. That's so funny. But maybe I'm getting too personal, but I'm just saying. So with the Cat Moon, remember the moon is water, it's memory, it's your body, your health, your intuition, your emotional response system. So you can be very delayed with integrating and processing your emotions. When I was 6, when they told me, said my father was murdered, I didn't cry right away. I guess I was a baby. I was 6. I didn't really understand it. I remember my sister crying, and I was like, Lisi, don't break the television, But I think the Cat Moon. Now, remember, this is every Capricorn placement, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It has the Benjamin Button effect. As you get older, you get younger, more youthful, which is really dope. So when they're young, they're like old, wise, like me as a young kid. I mean, think of Tiger Woods and LeBron, these young prodigies. And look, they're still going. Tiger and LeBron, even with all the surgeries for Tiger and LeBron, old, they're still playing. So they have this fountain of youth, right? Sort of like that Benjamin Button effect. Good movie too with Brad Pitt and Taraji P. Henson. Great movie. With the Cat Moon, though, I'm going to tell you something. Like when I was acting, if I didn't felt like I reached certain goals or whatever, I would put myself on punishment. And I would deny myself of things that I liked. Oh, I couldn't go out on a Friday night. I couldn't have cookies. I couldn't have a beer. Couldn't smoke an L. Whatever it was, I would put myself on punishment. That's some Cat Moon stuff. Like you don't understand. Capricorns, and I'm specifically the moon, there's a level of discipline. I can discipline myself to do anything. If I was like, if I said to myself, I'm not eating meat this whole year, then that's what I would do. I'm just not, making that declaration, but I would have no problem doing it. It's a little harder being a father and a husband, when I was single. So like when I turned 30, I was like, should I cut off my locks? And I was like, no, wasn't ready for that. I did that at 33. I did that at my Jesus Christos year, at the end of 33, December 31st, before my New Year's Eve party. Had a big party at my house. And my girlfriend at that. And let me tell you how shady, how wild you ladies are. Do you know what this girl said to me? So she's at my party. She said, I love the hair. Now that you cut off the locks, now you got to cut the girlfriend. And then she gave me like a little kid. I was like, I stepped back a little bit, because I'm not an angel. There were times when I was younger in my life, yes, I will admit I did cheat, but like I'm not a cheater. That's not my style, especially not once I decided to get married, because my father cheated on my mother. I made that declaration to myself that I would never cheat on my wife, and I will not. Okay. But this girl, so she just gives me like a little smooch, and I'm walking her out, like just saying goodbye to all my guests. That's what I do. Like I'm old school. And she said, now that you cut off your locks, you need to cut your girlfriend. Gave me Those I was like, excuse you? Like what? Like I remember her sign. She a cat. I think she may have been a Libra, but something else. But now remember, Capricorn suns, you learn from Aquarius and you teach Sagittarius. The sign ahead of you, you learn from. I learned a lot from Libras, and I tried to teach a lot to Leos, but Leos don't listen. Okay. Leos don't be listening for nothing. Oh my God. So, but yeah, so that was really fascinating. And I'm saying all that to say is that, you know, there's something about the Cap Moon, the memory, Saturn is like slows down time. Like I feel like sometimes in my Cap Moon, I can literally bend time. I would read books and I felt like I already knew them, like I read them in past lives. And also, it's almost like a deja vu, but also I I could visually see the words on a page if I was taking a test or just memorizing things, which helped me with acting. And I wasn't always a good test taker growing up, but as I got older in college, like I made the dean's list twice. I had a better visualization of what I read. Like I could see it in my mind's eye, which is kind of dope. I don't know if any of you guys can do that. It's really cool. But I don't know if you guys are like this, but it was my Cap Moon. I'm gonna tell you, I can remember conversations from when I was 3, 4, 5, 6, but I mean from second, third grade with friends. Like I remember phone numbers from elementary and then junior high school, high school. I can't remember numbers now because the cell phones made us freaking dumb. But my memory is like the long game. I don't forget. So I tell my wife and kids, they know like dad will remember, you know. And you guys, you know what I thought of the other day? It was like timeline hopping. I was like, God, I can't even fathom when I was in coma. If I did not make it and died, what would have happened to my wife and kids? It just hurt my heart so deeply. I was leaving the doctor the other day. I'm going to be doing surgery on my elbow, most likely early February. I'm going to avoid the ankle though. I start PT on Monday on my ankle. I go Monday and Wednesday. So I'm busy this week. I'm doing charts. I got physical therapy. But I'm determined not to I've already had 4 surgeries on the right ankle. But with the Cap Moon, there's something about like just that legacy and remembering. I remember conversations with my grandparents and my grandfather. So I want to tell you how I got my Cap Moon. My grandfather on my father's side was a Capricorn Sun. And both my grandmothers were Libras. And my other grandfather was a Sag. So, all right. Any questions on the Cap, Sun, or Moon? We're going to check in with y'all. And I hope you guys are ready for this winter solstice. Watch my video. I think I went ham. I think I broke it down really well. Somebody turned the heat on. It feels hot in here. Maybe it's these lights. But I hope you guys enjoy that Sagittarius new moon and do your journaling and writing. Oh, I did. Your second visit. Okay. Virgo rising, Aries sun. Oh, Virgo rising, Aries sun, Libra moon. Well, yeah, I mean, you can definitely receive an inheritance. And that Aries sun in the 8th house is why you're here. Past life regression. Oh, the crystals with the past life progression. That's dope. Oh, Saturn and Pisces. Oh, okay. You know astrology. I like that. Energetic degree. Okay. 29th degree. That's heavy. And Neptune's hitting it right now. 27 to 10. Oh wow, thank you for the update. So the Eagles got this. They're doing. I'm gonna watch that Bears Packer game tonight. 29-10. Wow. So okay, yes, the crystals with past life regression. I did one once, and I enjoyed it. Forgot the young lady I did it with. She was going to come on a podcast and didn't work out, but I've done different things. I've never done ayahuasca. I may want to try that in 2026. But if I do, I may want to do it after the node switch and go to Aquarius and Leo. The Virgo South Node has been real tough for Virgos, especially this one with my Virgo stellium. But I feel like it's good. Like, we're going to the universal 1 year and the fire horse. And I feel with the Virgo South Node, I'm kind of transmuting out and releasing all of the health issues. Like I'm getting everything good and right. That's how I honestly feel. But also, you guys, I want you to start understanding, like, I feel like I've been out inside a lot in nature, and I feel like I'm like bending reality between like the air and the earth. Like it's like I'm hearing the whispers of the ancestors and the trees and nature. I feel like I've been up leveling spiritually. And that's part of the journey too. They say after a near-death experience, it takes 7 years to integrate all your spiritual gifts, and I'm in year 4, right? So, yeah, I'm just going to keep doing the work. And I tell you, I'm a practical, analytical Virgo. I need proof and evidence, and I'm not saying you got to believe me or follow me. I'm not that type of person, but I share stuff because I'm a 1-3 generator, and I've done it. I've tested it. It works for me. And then I share it. And if you want to try to integrate it, it may work for you. And if it doesn't, that's okay. Something else may work for you. You know what I mean? So that's kind of the process of how I think of things. But never be so intelligent and stubborn and arrogant that you can't be adaptable and integrate new things and learn new things. That's where we get into bad steps in life, when we think we know everything, right? I'm still learning astrology. That's how I look at it. I want to learn something new every day in astrology and in life. Okay. And so I get excited when I meet somebody that knows something that I don't know, like Portia Cooper with the crypto, or Amit Diaz with the traditional Chinese medicine and different herbs. I'm like, tell me. I'm asking a million questions. Do you know how surprised I was from friends and family, but just human beings in general? I've had complete strangers ask me more questions about my NDE than people I know, in terms of what did I see? How did I feel? My experience. If I had a relative or a close friend that went through a near-death experience, I'd have like a gazillion questions, because that's how curious my brain is, my heart, my soul. Like I'd be like, what happened here? What did you just say? Like I would want to know. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't know. That's just me. I mean, people don't have to. Honestly, I'm going to tell you. I think a lot of people wrote me off and thought like he's gone. And I know some people thought I deserved to go because I, did not get the shizzy. But like I think it's just terrible. The fact that I lost friends for over 30 years, basically because of the pandemic, because I did not, do the shizzy, the jizzab. I think that that's disgusting, because I didn't judge people that took it, right? Why would you judge somebody for not taking it? That's crazy to me. I just don't get it. So, like I don't know. I live in a judgment-free zone. I'm not saying I'm far from perfect. I am very human, and I try my best every day. But you know what is really, this is a testament for you guys. And Caps, listen up with this energy. It's important in life. The hardest thing for human beings to do is to admit to being wrong, to say sorry and apologize and to forgive, but also to admit to living wrong, following a false doctrine or teaching, or the matrix or whatever. You know what I mean? That's hard. People think like, oh, I went to college, I got my master's, my PhD, I got this great job, I know everything. I'm a doctor, I'm a lawyer, I'm this, and you know what I mean? And it's like, you've mastered master's lies. Congratulations. I mean, it's a mind. I mean, think about the medical doctors. There's so much they don't know. They know to prescribe medicine. Now, I got a buddy who's an ER doctor, and he's brilliant. He's Aquarius rising in Aries, and he's good. My acupuncturist, he studied in China. Like, he's brilliant. Jose Montoya, Amit Diaz, she's brilliant. Like, I give people credit. I'm not impressed by your wallet, your car, your home. I'm impressed by the character of your heart and soul, and like real, like practical knowledge. Not the program knowledge, not the matrix knowledge. That's different. When you're around people, you know someone is like they've mastered, like, all the lies, and you're like, oh, that's great. Like, all the lies. Bravo, strange day. All the lies. Good for you. But when you meet somebody that can think outside the box, pontificate, integrate, absorb, and learn, like I love when I meet people when they know the technology stuff, because I don't get it. I'm like, wow, how did you learn that? How do you do that? How do you do robotics and automation and coding and da 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 da? You know what I mean? Or when someone learns stuff like shamanism, or they learn like all these healing technique, I'm just like, whoa. So I ask questions to acupuncturists and this and that. I learn about the liver is the hun, right? I learn about the chi. I learn about the different things. And my Cap Moon, it craves that. Do you guys know people with Cap Moons? Like they're not afraid to learn. Now, but I will tell you this, like wifey's a Sag Moon. If the kids are fighting or whatever, she's all up in the cookie jar, and Sag Moon is finger pointing, do the right thing. It's the right thing to do, right? Wisdom, beliefs, knowledge, philosophies. They love to have fun and explore. And Sagittarius season has been really great. It was such a relief from Scorpio season. Did you guys feel that shift? Well, now as we're going into Capricorn season, tonight and tomorrow, you'll really feel it at 12:05 tomorrow. You're going to feel the shift because Capricorn season, it's a little darker, literally, right? The shortest day of the year is tomorrow. I think the sun sets at like 5:19 or 20, and the rise is at like 7:33 or 7:34. It's super short. But Capricorn season, there's this energy of like, who am I? Where am I going? What am I doing? What am I building? Remembering the past, legacy. What will I leave behind? What will they say about me when I'm gone? Right? I want you guys, like this channel, my YouTubes, my Instagram, my TikTok, my what's the music app? God, I miss MySpace. My SoundCloud. You guys can go to SoundCloud /eComplete, hear my music there. But like and my YouTube channel, eComplete. But like everyone knows Eric Taylor was alive and here. I've been in the newspapers. I've been in television, film, theater. I've been, the music albums, the astrology. You know what I'm saying? Like I've always been that Aries man in the arena, and I'm proud of that. Fearless, and yeah, we all have fears. But I'll tell you, after being in coma, no more fear. I fear nothing. The only thing that I fear is like not fear. I just would not like to die in fire or water. I don't know if any of you guys want to put in the chat or the guy, like, is there a certain way that you would definitely not like to die? Like I already know I'm at least here to 103 years. And I plan on going, holding wifey's hand in the bed, and she'll turn 100. And then September 11th, 2073, if God's willing, I'll be ready to go. If not, I'll live a little bit longer because they may extend your telomeres. Who knows? When we're going into the fifth dimension, let's be optimistic. We may have our health and be here for 150, 200 years. Our kids may live to 200 years. We just don't know. Stop putting limits on your blessings and your and remember, we got to watch out. God bless. Be less. Be less. The English language, we were talking about this today, me and Ami, right? Aramaic. You had, mental telepathy. You had, right? The originals in Australia and Americas. English language is such a low vibrational language. There's so much spells. You don't say good morning. You're not mourning anything. We need to be maniacal, intentional with our spiritual discipline, but our words, thinking and speaking positive to ourselves about ourselves. Now I'm working on speaking to my individual organs, speaking to the wind and the earth, speaking to Gaia Mother Earth, staying in the gratitude and appreciation frequency, Now I may have more gratitude than a lot of people just because of almost dying, 40 days in coma. Like I had to learn how to swallow, to chew, to eat, to stand, to walk, to go back to the bathroom again independently. I mean, God, like It's so humbling. I can tell you guys, the first time I got up out of the hospital bed, I felt like the hand of God on my chest and my heart, like holding me back down. Stay in the bed, sucker. Like that sucker hurt, you know? So, any funny things about Cap Suns, Cap Moons you've noticed? Any quirks? Cap Moon, like one thing that I can say, admit to is funny about me. Like, I, um, I don't forget anything, but that can be bad because you can remember the negative things that people say about you and replay it. Okay. Another thing about cat moons that I notice is that um, I told you before, putting myself on punishment, work hard, then play hard. But when it is time to party, Capricorn Sun Moon rising, they will let their hair down and party. Like I could go to 3, 4 in the morning. Like that's the one thing when I did like party and blaze and my shrooms, acid, ecstasy. Yeah, I'm not I'm not like Bill Clinton. I smoked, but I didn't inhale. Like I smoked and I inhaled and inhaled and inhaled. But see, when I did stuff, shrooms, acid, ecstasy, I was way ahead of the curve. It was always a spiritual experience for me, and I used it for enhancing creativity. I always wrote. I wrote short stories. I wrote rhymes. I wrote screenplays. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna be humble, confident, and cocky for a second. In here, I can create my own television network. I've got reality shows. I've got dramas. I've got comedies. I've got um, game shows. I can do a whole network. Like, like I'm sort of a hip hop snob being an MC from New York City, unimpressed with different people and their bars. But I admit when somebody's nicer than me and better than me. But to me, it's about your lyrical content. I told you anybody could sit around and be a metaphorical freak and just write metaphors, or I could have wrote about cars and money and sleeping with women and killing and shooting people. Like I could have sold out. That's easy. That's not hard. Like that's not hip hop. Like to me, that's why check out Cabin in the Sky from De La Soul. Check out the new Mobb Deep. Check out the new clips, the new Nas or DJ Premier. There's so much good music out right now, yo. It's crazy. So let me see the comments. Any questions about the Cap energy? But if you notice that smirk with the Capricorn energies, they're like the Taurus. I think that they're really funny. Um, and also Capricorn rules the knees, the skin, fingernails, and the spine. Ooh, you died in your friend's arms as a soldier. Wow, that's deep. For the Confederate, okay. Wow, I love you, Cephas, man. You're so deep, brother. You're the best. Black Planet. What's Black Planet? Is that the dating app? I think I was on there, or I was on Black People Meet. What's Black Planet? Oh, see, that was MySpace. I don't know about Black Planet so much, but I did Black People Meet. And of course, in Black People Meet, there was a ton of Latinas and white girls on there. I'm like, y'all are just. But I did meet some sisters on there. It was like the worst dating act though. It was so ghetto. Like I see, that's what attracted me to Alana on Match, and that's where we met. Alana was dressed very respect. She had on her church outfit, and she wasn't just showing off the candy. I just would give that advice to women when you're trying to attract a man. Less is more, and just like a man should never lead with his wallet, a woman should never lead with her TNA. It's just this perverts the dynamics in the relationships. I think it really does. Like I'm not trying to buy your love. I want you to love me and we build and grow together. Like, yeah, I'm old school. Like, to me, I always paid for the dates, but by day 3, if a woman didn't at least offer to pay half, then I was ready to write her off. I wasn't going to accept it, but she needed to at least offer. Does that make sense? Because that tells me that you're not just looking for free meals and handouts, and that you really appreciate, you know what I mean? But I'm all about opening doors and all the chivalry, you know what I mean? I think it's extremely important. And Capricorns are very classy. Capricorns don't want to come off as like ghetto or ignorant. I don't care where they're from. You know what I'm saying? You have the greatest thug in the street, and he's a Capricorn. He's still like, he's like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to invest and save a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, like they got a plan. Okay. It's very rare you meet a Cap, Sun, or Moon without a plan. And just remember, if you're a Cap rising, the birth chart said it was the January 20th, Capricorn Sun Moon rising. So after the first, then it's back active for you all. And it's already active now for the custom video summary, which is 305. But just know Capricorn risings, like I tell you, they want the spouse, the kid, 2 kids, the dog, the white picket fence. But their subconscious mind is the 12th house. They really just want to explore and see the world, right? Share their wisdom and knowledge and just go on adventures. But they feel that pressure. Saturn is tough. You have Saturn, wherever Saturn's in your chart, there's another little secret. 6 houses, I'm giving you a little something from the book, 6 houses away from whatever house your Saturn is in. So not the 180 degree 7th house opposition, right before it, in conjunction, but 6 houses away, you have a karmic duty, debt to pay off to that house and that sign. So, for me, 7th house is the 12th house. So it's like in my dreams, in my jails, the hospital. So sometimes I wonder, like, that was like a karmic agreement, right? That's a soul contract that I would be in the hospital. I never spent the night in the hospital. I had 13 surgeries. And the one time I go to the hospital, I don't just go. I go to stay for 85 days. I'm not going to do anything just half-ass, right? If I'm going to go spend the night in the hospital, I'm there for a minute. Like, yo, turn on the TV, homie. Give me that Jello, yo. I'm here for 85 days. Now, I would sleep for 40 of them. So let's say 45 days in the hospital and 14 of those in the rehab when I was like doing my rocket thing, work. But any questions about the Capricorn Sun or Moon? Capricorns are really good with other earth and water. But remember, you guys, relationships. Oh my God, any of you guys in Arizona, you got to come. If you live in Arizona, I'm doing astrological speed dating February 11th at Missy's Mysteries. It's going to be super dope. So Wednesday, we're going to match you up with 2 people based on your chart, and 1 person you could just pick based on the eye candy. But astrological speed dating. Does that sound cool? Maybe I need to do that over the internet. Maybe I could do astrological speed dating over Zoom for people. Let me know in the chat. Would you be open or interested in astrological speed dating? And I could do it for everybody, men, women, same-sex couples. I would set up a date and time. You would pre-send me your stuff. There'd be a fee, but I would match people up based on, and I have like a questionnaire. Would that be fun? Would you guys want to do that? Maybe it's not going to be before Valentine's Day, but just something, I had to see and work that out. But I am going to get back to doing some workshops in 2026. I'm such in gratitude to the 4 amazing women I did workshops with in 2025. If you missed them, they were outstanding. Myself and Debbie Solaris, Rebecca Vidanoff, Jazz Aphrodite, and Anjani Segrist. Incredible. And Jazz Aphrodite is Jacqueline Levine. 4 amazing workshops with 4 amazing and talented and gifted women. And I may repeat with some of them in 2026, but I may have some new workshop webinars for you guys in 2026. So stay tuned. Right now, I'm just focused on the book. We've got to see what's up with this movie, Interdimensional. Maybe in some theaters, should be on some streaming platforms. I believe Netflix, maybe Prime, and maybe Peacock. I will let you know and keep you updated. But Interdimensional is going to be kind of a big deal. It's perfect timing, too. So let me get back to the chat and see, but leave your comments. Would you be interested in astrological speed dating? Would you want to come? I wouldn't charge crazy amounts, but obviously it's a lot of work. So maybe each person, maybe it'd be like somewhere between $40 and $60, and we would do like a whole thing, you know what I mean? And I don't know how to do the breakout rooms. I got to see if I could figure that out, but you could go into breakout rooms and meet, talk to the person or some, I got to figure out a way to do it, but it'd be really cool to set up a whole thing, and maybe, I don't know, but I think it could be really interesting. I got to figure out how to do it over the internet compared to in person. But if you ever come to Arizona, of course, you got to reach out to your boy, but definitely I'll be in February on the 21st, I'll be at Missy's Mysteries doing birth chart readings again every other month. So February, April, June, August, October, and December. That looks like it'll be the lineup. But I'm really excited for this astrological speed dating, and I wonder if I can make it work. Now, you guys already told me, and after I do all the rising signs for 2026, I'm going to start my sex and astrology series. You guys said you'd be interested in that. So let me check out some more comments. Any questions or anything, you guys, let me know. And any thoughts on Capricorn season? Oh, wait. I went back to the beginning. Sorry. And how are you guys feeling about this new energy? What do you want to integrate? What are you thinking about integrating into your life? Now, remember, the Gregorian calendar is Fugazi. That's Saturnalia, January 1st, and honoring Dog Star Sirius. But the real New Year is March 21st when you set your New Year's resolutions. But because the Gregorian calendar is what we agree upon, 2026 is the universal 1 year. And then in February, we'll have, remember that first eclipse is February 17th, and then March 2nd or 3rd. Okay, and we got the Mercury retrogrades, Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. Okay, so we got an interesting year, and hopefully when you watch your rising sign video, or if you watch for your sun or moon, make sure you leave a comment for me, you guys. I really appreciate it. It helps me so much. And just thank you for showing up every time I click go live. I wish I could reach through the screen and just hug you guys all, especially my tribe members and new people, because I can't even tell you, all this was birthed on another level after almost dying. I already had the podcast, but I started the coffee talks, and then obviously recently started the tribe, and I'm in such gratitude to all of you. And I love the tribe so much because you guys are so brilliant, and I learn from you, and I love sharing the information and the knowledge and the exchange. It means so much to my wife and I, but really to me, because this is all from here and here. You know what I mean? I knew that I would build all this because that's the one thing your boy knows. I know how to build things. I know how to work. I told you, being an actor, I was my own pimp and my own hoe. I got myself on Oz and Sopranos. I got myself on Third Watch, Welcome to New York. I got myself in different movies and TV shows and, off Broadway and got in the New York Times, for my play, Small Potatoes. You know what I'm saying? So it was your boy, my hard work. That discipline. And writing, I wrote myself out of depression. You know what? I'm going to start off the show next time playing my song Depression from my first album. I wrote a song called Depression. It's a dope song. I started off, I was like, there's no question there's a lesson in depression. Something about my heart and soul, but I can't even remember the whole rhyme right now, but there's no question there's a lesson in depression. I'm listening to you guys in here. So what I said, there's no question there's a lesson in depression. In the words of suggesting it's a hard phase in life. Yeah, hard phase in life. Oh my God, it's a dope rhyme, man. I'm gonna play it for you because sometimes I start off freestyle, but sometimes I play songs. So sorry, I'm listening back to all the comments, so if I don't miss anything. So I'm just listening to all of it and still trying to talk to you guys so you're not just bored, you know. Um, so are we still up to 27-10, Cephas with the Eagles? Or 29-10. 29-10. That Seahawks Rams game was incredible. I hope my Steelers can upset the Lions. I don't think we will, but that'd be great. But please let me know if there's any questions. Would you guys be interested in watching my Sex and Astrology series? I will base it on the rising sign, looking at your 12th, 5th, and 8th house. Okay. Hot sex on a platter. I love Tribe Called Quest. Oh, excuse me. I want to get a green candle, Cephas. That sounds cool. I need to do more candles, and I'm due for an Epsom salt bath. Tell Chantel I said hello. That's so nice. She got the crystal tree for your grandma. Chantel's so sweet. She's going to take you on a ride, Quintella. I already told you. That girl is something else, man. Sorry, I'm still listening to the comments. But if you have any questions as I'm going through this about Capricorn, ask me now. Okay? Because I'm getting ready to go in. I'm getting ready to go in 5 minutes. So the last update I got from you was 29-10. So I wonder where we're at now. Oh, and I forgot to mention with your Libra moon in the second house, you are very intuitive when it comes to relationships and making money, your intuition. But remember, don't be passive aggressive. Sometimes you could not initiate verbally and with your family. You're worried about their approval. You got to let that go. Oh, see, there's the alarm. So yeah, we got 4 more minutes to the Bears cook-off. I want to do another past life regression, Cephas. I'd like to do another one. I had some crystals with me too when I laid down and did it. I really enjoyed it, you know. Saturn in Pisces is tough. I think it's tough. But it wants you to have healthy boundaries, compassion, empathy, grace, and mercy for yourself first. So remember that, you guys. If you have Saturn in Pisces natally, but in transit now, healthy boundaries and be kinder to yourself. Compassion is so powerful. We have to have compassion and empathy, you know? So vivid, yeah. That's great, Cephas. Civil War, that's crazy. I think in one of my past lives, I was a girl, and I think I died by being choked or strangled or something. I think I remember somebody told me that. I can't remember. I definitely know I did a lot of spiritual work in my most recent past life too, though. That Pisces fifth house. I wonder what you guys really think about deja vu. That HTML code, I could never figure that out. I don't remember. I didn't do it on Black Planet, but MySpace. I love my MySpace with the music. You come on my page. 1 minute left in the fourth quarter. The Eagles got it, huh? Oh, okay. Black Planet, Black People Meet are the same. Okay. Oh, MySpace is the best. Don't you guys feel like the world changed Like, I did it virtually. I'd like to do it in person. Did you do it in person, Cephas? I feel like in person it would be like a little bit more powerful, but it was still powerful over Zoom. She was good. But you know, if you guys ever want to email me about certain practitioners, I definitely have come across. And remember, everybody having my podcast, I see their charts. So like they're the real deal. You know what I mean? Um, I'm not saying that every guest I had on, I agree with 110%. I'm not saying that. But a lot of the spiritual people and healers, they're like thorough, like the borough I'm from. Okay. But definitely Akashic Records, psychic readings. I definitely can make some great recommendations for you if you're curious about different things. And make sure you guys get back in the tribe. I've been sharing some comments lately. We want to get back to building it up and share the knowledge and exchange, ask questions. I'm going to start putting in some birth charts, see how you guys can interpret certain things too. So I'm going to do that. Matter of fact, and the coffee talks. I forgot the dates. I'll put up the dates, but I'm doing the mini one is Bruce Lee, and then that's $13, 65 minutes, and then the 2-hour one is going to be Neptune and Aries and for all 12 rising signs. That's going to be powerful. This is till 2039, y'all. I mean, that's a 13-year transit, like pow. Okay, so please come to these coffee talks. Maybe if you're not into Bruce Lee, fascinating chart. Scorpio Sun and Rising. Sagittarius Sun and Rising, November 27, 1940. Scorpio Moon, 12th house. Bruce Lee is no joke. A Scorpio Moon energy. Another thing I want to say about the Capricorn Moon, a lot of Capricorn Moons wind up taking care of their mothers. I told you I took care of my mom about a total of 20 years. And that was a real sacrifice. I mean, I feel like between that and teaching the disabled kids for 10 years, maybe that's part of why I survived coma. I put in a lot of good karma, and not like I did it it was just like who I am. I would take care of my mom every lifetime over and over again. I have no regrets. Excuse me. I have no regrets. And was it hard? Hell yeah. Especially when it was just me and I was alone, because I was going through, doing construction on the home. I had surgery. I had deviated septum surgeries, wrist surgery, multiple eye surgeries. I had cataracts removed, and then I had some other surgeries. And I'm doing this while taking care of my mom, dealing with breast cancer, starting dementia, and going through a construction to our building in New York. God, honestly, Alana was such a godsend in the sense that when she first moved to New York, she started working, with Douglas Ellerman. And then she got pregnant with William. And, one day she was just like tired of the stress. She didn't work that long, maybe it's been a couple months, but 2 months, but she was just so exhausted with the stress. And at the time I had my cousin, watching over my mom during the day while I was at work. And she was like, you know what? I'm pregnant with the baby. We could save that money and I can take care of your mom and then, stay at home with the baby. Now I saved money. Now this is the Cat Moon. I saved money in preparation of meeting my wife and having my first child and my wife being able to stay at home. That's the Virgo mind and the Capricorn Moon. That's the discipline. Okay. That I made sure I saved enough money to be able to handle that. That it was just my paycheck. And I'm so proud of myself that I did that. I just, because Alana had such a beautiful pregnancy with William and such a great time bonding with him, but also teaching my mom things, getting her out of the bed and walking more. And she was my wife. It makes me emotional. She was so good with my mother. I really feel she extended my mother's life by like at least 2 to 5 years, by really pushing her and stuff. And, my mom is the Pisces rising, Pisces moon, Taurus sun. And then Alana is the Pisces Sun, Taurus rising. So it has some similarities, very different people, but some similarities. Taurus Pisces, and that's a nice sextile. Taurus Pisces. I like the Virgo Scorpio, Taurus Cancer, Libra Sag Aquarius. But those are some really good sextiles. It's like a Venus of like a poking energy, very harmonious. So I'm going to get ready to go to watch the game. Any last questions or comments? Capricorn the GOAT, it's your season. It's time to build. All of us, look at your chart. Where's Capricorn at? Right? The moon is in Cap now. It'll be in Cap tomorrow. We'll finish up late, early morning, like 2, 3 a.m. And then we'll have Aquarius, Pisces moon week. I'll be back Monday with the astro weather. You guys go watch my astro weather videos. Leave a little comment for me. I do it on Mondays and Fridays. I really try to give you good insight to help you understand the week and the energies. But all I can say is thank you. That's all I can really say. I appreciate you guys. You know how I feel about all my tribe people. But I love anybody that comes here, man, and new people, and just, it's very humbling, because I love being in service to the collective, and I love what I do because it's very psychological for me, very logical, very astrological, very intuitive, very spiritual. Oh, who's that? Mame Atlas. Greetings, welcome. Oh, thank you. So me with Lloyd. Please subscribe, hit the like button. If you want to share your big three before I go, I can break down your Sun Moon Rising for you if you know it. Mame Atlas, see? My people welcome you. That's my tribe, man. Capricorn, Moon, and Cancer. Moon is Cancer. Do you know your rising? Hey, Mr. Eric. Hey, Chantel. That's so cute. That's what my kids used to call me at school, Mr. Eric. I love working with children. When you're around kids, it keeps you young. They can wear you out energetically, but it keeps you young because you're tapped in to their energy, especially 0 to 7. They're connected to the other side and the spiritual realm. You know what I mean? And if you want to share your big three, you said Cap, Sun, Cancer, Moon. When you share your rising, I'll break that down for you. You said 29-18, Eagles 1. They probably won left now. And Packers Bears about to kick off. I'm going to go with the Bears 27-26 in a close game. I think Caleb Williams gets it done. The Packers will miss Micah Parsons. That was a rough injury. One thing I will tell you with the Cap Moon, sometimes when we get pushed, we'd rather just work, but we can get mean. I think there were times in my 20s where I could be a little verbally mean. And so I just want you to know, with the Cap Moon, just be easy on people. Guided meditation first in person. That's dope. Yeah, I got to do it in person too, Cephas. I got to do that. Whoa. So your mother being hung. Wow, Cephas. That's deep. Thank you for sharing. Your mother's a Capricorn. Capricorn women are very dramatic. Yes. And cray. Capricorns are crazy. I love Capricorns. Capricorn's crazy. My moon, my emotional mind, I'm crazy. Astrological speed dating does sound cool, right? I got to figure out how to do it though. You guys have any insights or suggestions how I could do that? I don't know about Zoom in the chat rooms. Astrological speed dating. Yeah. Well, the chart, remember, you don't look at the sun sign for relationships. You look at 5th house, 7th house, Juno, Venus, Jupiter, Moon. 29-18. Go ahead, Eagles. Mame Alice, you share your big three? your rising. So I'm gonna get ready to wind down, check on wifey, see where she's at in the road. I think she'll be home in another hour out. My Atlas, I like that name. And I love Lloyd's people. Lloyd's people is my people. Cap Sun. So you're born on a full moon. That's powerful in itself. Oh, okay. Any last comments before I go? Did you share your big three? But with the Cap Sun and Cancer Moon, you are you're someone that's about, achievement, but then taking care of the home. And remember, with Jupiter there, this is a time, I don't know if you're a man or a woman, to tap into your divine feminine or divine masculine more, Jupiter and Cancer, but come into your mother's lineage. Check out your roots and the ancestors on your mother's side. There may be some spiritual gifts there, but the Cancer moon, because you feel, therefore you know. Trust your intuition. This is a time to expand your emotional intelligence. If you're a lady, to soften your divine feminine. If you're a man, to step into that divine and sacred masculine of safety, security, providing, and protection. Okay. But ladies, your superpower is your softness. Trying to be all hard and handle everything yourself and be like, oh, I'm that masculine energy that pushes men away, to be honest. A woman's softness can have her just like run the world. Like a man will want to do anything and everything for you. He will literally take the shirt off his back. That divine feminine energy you want to provide and protect for. And all men are still little boys inside. They don't want a mommy for a wife, but they do want to be nurtured and cared for. They want someone to see how hard they work, and then when they come home, maybe just to make them a nice meal or rub their feet. I remember when I was in the hospital, Lana would come in when I was in the rehab. My feet were ice cold, like bricks, and she'd come every day after. I told you I was like, I'd wake up in the morning, eat breakfast, then I'd go do PT and then OT. Come back for lunch, and then go back and do PT, OT, and then come home for dinner. To my room. And then like crash out. And she would come after around dinner or after dinner, and she massaged my feet for me. My circulation was poor. My feet were like ice bricks. And it was so powerful. Yeah. Capricorn, the goat, happy birthday. Your season starts tomorrow, the winter solstice. Go watch my video, leave a comment. You guys leave a comment down below on this video, please, for me. It really does help us. Share it to your friends, text it to them, especially anybody with the Capricorn energy. YouTube, share it on Facebook, whatever. But, help me build this channel up. I'm trying to get to 11K real soon. My goal this year, honestly, I could say like 12K, but I want to get to like 15K before 2027. I can range from 100 to 200 subscribers per month. Some months this year have been really slow, but honestly, I want to go bigger than 12,000. I'd like to get to 15K. Like wifey said, I'd love to get to 1 million. I don't mind, right? I told you in I guess the Native American astrology, I'm a turtle and a bear. I don't mind growing slow. I'm not in competition with anybody. I'm in competition with myself. And you guys, you see the channels. There's some people that they've got like 100,000, 40, 50,000. That doesn't mean they're better than me. And like I said, I don't throw shade on any other astrologer. You won't hear me talk bad about another astrologer because I think it's just wrong energetically and spiritually, and it's counterproductive. But I'm also going to not do things that can make me go viral. I'm not going to do astrology readings, or on Instagram or TikTok or YouTube about people that are alive. I'm not going to sit up there and show you Diddy's chart. Diddy's alive. I don't like him, but I'm not going to show you his chart and tell you. I may talk about like certain placements, whatever. And I think I figured out his ascendant. And I did the Diddy Coffee Talk last October in 2024. I got to see if I still have the recording. I may have deleted it. I can't remember. But if I do, maybe. But I just, honestly, you guys, it's so low vibrational. And some of that stuff is a lie. Diddy didn't shoot Tupac. That was Jimmy Henchman with Little Sean. So I want you guys to know that. And I think it was Suge and the police and other people. So, okay, with Tupac and Biggie, you got to understand, they were developing a friendship again. They were coming back to being friends, and they were going to start their own distribution and unite all the different rappers. They were going to unite Boot Camp Click, Nice and Smooth, Gangstar. Like they were going to unite the rappers because, I'm just going to be real. The music industry is like Italian and Jewish mafia. That's what it is. So they were trying to, because that's the worst industry, music industry. They get raped the most and are forced to sell their souls. There's nobody famous that you haven't seen that is not turned over to the dark side. It's just not reality. And I don't care, oh my God, they seem like such a great actor or actress. No, they've all gotten inverted and perverted and all that stuff. I'm sorry, it's the truth. And I'm not saying plenty of them didn't start off real and good. I was in the industry. I saw stuff, but I was never willing to, they knew not to mess with the kid or to approach the kid, but this has always been active, you know what I mean? And so, but don't get it twisted for a second. Even the nice, there may be one or two, but I think they all, and the ones that have some goodness and purity, they get shut down or taken out. It gives you a different perspective. The people that like the one-hit wonders, well, they're one-hit wonders because they weren't willing to do the stuff and get raped and the sexual perversion and sell their souls and turn their kids into transgender or have their parents killed and this and that. Think about some of the people that in the Hollywood that have lost relatives and then they have the success. I'm not going to mention any names because that's not cool. But I'm just saying, you know what I mean? So use this eye, you guys. These two will deceive you. And try to listen to more instrumental music, but more high vibrational, positive lyrics. Okay? That's why I'm really loving this De La Soul album. I just love real, authentic, quality hip-hop. Because when we were doing it back in the days, it wasn't... obviously you had people, but like Spoonie G, Melly Mel, Grandmaster Caz, The Furious Five, Heavy D, Slick Rick, KRS-One and Rakim. I don't care whoever comes out. I don't think there's anybody better than KRS-One and Rakim. Nas is probably number 3. Black Thought, Coogee Rap, other people, climbing up the ladder, Kendrick, but nobody has dropped more knowledge and jewels in their rhymes. Because the MCs, we are Jedis, we are poets, we are scribes. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I got some bars that can go up to anybody. You know what I'm saying? And I told you when I was in the studio, Just Ice, going way, way back, who, did the album with KRS-One, he was in the studio and he heard my song, True Speaker, the title track, and he heard my verse. And he was like, yo, that's you? And I was like, yeah, that's me. He's like, yo, that's official. I like that. That's tight, man. And gave me dap and love. And like, that means more to me than any, you know what I'm saying? Because that's a hip hop legend. And he saw me and felt and heard my bars. And that means so much to me. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's what it's all about. So I just thank you guys. I love you. I appreciate you. This was a great episode. Capricorn Sun and Moon. Let me check if there's any last comments. Bears and Packers are kicking off. The Eagles got the victory, so I'm good. I'm gonna do the sex and astrology series, the astrological speed dating. I'll figure it out and talk to you guys about it. Join the tribe, either $23 a month or $10 a month. www.community.BigEAstrology.com. My tribe members, go leave some comments, share some information and knowledge. All of y'all are very knowledgeable. Share stuff, and have a wonderful rest of the weekend. It is a Saturday, and Yeah. And divine providence. You could say divine providence instead of good luck or God bless. We got to watch our words. Nobody's going to be less, be more, God more. How about that? We need to reframe our language and be maniacal, intentional, grand rising. You're not mourning anything. Okay. We got to really level up in 2026. We gotta be better and do better. I'm trying to challenge everybody in my family, but it's a lot of people just aren't ready to handle that stuff. Everybody falls back on what they know, like, oh, well, it's always been like that. So capitalism doesn't breed humanism. You're going to always accept like enslavement of people and taking people's resources and colonization. Like, get out of here with that. It's fugazi. I don't accept that. I'm not impressed by certain people because you've practiced better evil than me. I'm supposed to honor you. Get the hell out of here with that. I'll slap you in your face. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just the real dude. You know what I'm saying? But like to me, I show everybody respect. But if you try to play me or don't respect me, then we're just not gonna get down. I'm not gonna be in a room where people think of me or treat me less than. I don't need anybody's approval. I know who I am. I have real self-love. And I am humble, confident, and cocky. Because the way my mind is, I can mentally dance with any human on the planet. So I'm not impressed by people. You got to really impress me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just going to be real with you like that. I'm down here 55 years, and I've been making stuff happen. Check the receipts. Check the receipts of this Capricorn moon. I don't play. Cap moons don't play. Don't get it twisted. I'm like Mike Tyson. I'll bite off your ear. I'll just take the heart out of your freaking chest, rip the skin, the flesh. Now, listen, remember the spine? I'm a Cap moon. Spine, skin. Now, I don't really have skin issues. I get dryness around the ear. I can't, if you do the different DNA tests, I can't smell asparagus when I urinate. The smell of it, and I have excessive earwax. So that was in my DNA thing. Kind of funny. Never had eczema, but I used to get excessive sweat, and I wonder if that's because I have the sickle cell trait. So I would get like an ash of salt when I was a little boy, and my son Jackson is kind of like that. He's got the sickle cell trait too. My other boys don't have it. Mateus and William don't have it. So it's just me and Jack, and it's funny that he's got it and I got it, and he looks the most like me when I was a little boy, So let me just get the last couple comments, and I love you guys and thank you. So don't forget, hit the like, come back and leave me a comment. And hey, Christine. Oh, Libra rising, Cap moon, and Gemini sun, and the 9th. I wonder how you and Dad get along. Do you know how to speak multiple languages? And 0, 0. Yeah, I'm gonna get to it. And the Cap moon in the 4th house, you could have had a very strict home, and Mom may have seemed mean to you, but discipline is love. And so always honor your mother. And maybe with the Cap moon, maybe you have to feel like you take care of Mom or whatever. But thank you for sharing your big 3. You got it in the last minute. Hold on, let me see. You got it in the last minute. I'm happy. But Cap moon it's a real thing. It's debilitated, but it's not a death sentence. Chantel, are you coloring? I hope you're coloring. Maybe you can make a picture for me and share it in the community. I would love that, Chantel. The Gemini sun in the 9th house, you need to write a book. Either 44 or 56 years old, you got a book to write. And you love to communicate with people from all cultures and all societies. Thank you, Quintella and Cephas. All right. So that's it, you guys. I was just listening to the rest of the comments again. So I love you guys. I appreciate you. Please come and leave your boy a comment. This was so much fun. Episode, 409. Episode 409 of the Knowledge is Love Astrology podcast. I don't know why I can't. Wait a minute. It's not ending the episode. I think I was hitting the wrong button. There we go. So episode 409, Knowledge of Love Astrology podcast. Capricorn the GOAT. Tomorrow's the winter solstice, 12:05 p.m. Eastern, Capricorn season. My holiday sale, $160 for the moon tracking. The birth chart, all signs, 200, 90 minutes via Zoom. Email me directly, eric@BigEAstro.com. My Cash App, $BigEAstro. My PayPal is a friend or Zelle, etaylor765 at AOL.com. ETAYLOR765 at AOL.com. And the Capricorn birth chart sale for the custom video summary, that's down from $350 to $305, and that rocks to January 20th. And after January 1st, the birth chart will go from 200 to 206 for Capricorns. After Capricorn season, we'll be doing the sales for, all the Sun Moon rising. But Aquarius, I'll do something weird, innovative, futuristic, outside the box. And maybe I even create like a new reading for you guys. But I may put my unconscious soul chart on sale. That's 88 days before your birth. You get a new sun, moon, and rising connected to the gene keys in human design. It's powerful. It's very unconscious, like who you are in your unconscious mind. And it resonates to the natal chart. It's a different perspective, but it's still you unconsciously. So it's a different way to analyze it and think about it, and it's powerful. I told you for me, right? I'm the Virgo sun, Cap moon, Scorpio rising. My unconscious soul chart, Sag rising, Gemini sun, Virgo moon, a mutable T-square. Adios, mijo, Lucy. But happy birthday, Cusp of Prophecy, Sag Capricorn Cusp, BigE Astrology. The website won't, probably after January 5th, you could purchase from there. But all orders, email me, eric@BigEAstro.com. I love you. I'll see some of you soon. Getting back to the chart readings. And have a wonderful, wonderful, I'll see you before Christmas, but have a wonderful rest of the weekend. And hopefully the Steelers beat the Lions. And I told you I got the Bears 27-26. Thanks for the update, Cephas. Thank you, all you guys, for watching. The new people, and of course, all of my tribe people. Much love. Bye, Chantel. Tell her I want to see a picture. Maybe she can make a picture. Maybe she can make a picture of me with my locks or whatever and put it in the tribe. She's the best. All right. BigE Astrology. Good night. Wifey in my